What is it? Artificial intelligence?
Incorrect. I am not an AI. My codename is Project 2501. I am a living, thinking entity who was created in the sea of information.
Hello, and welcome to my interview web series. Today's guest is the troll Ry9999Reborn.
Affirmative. Begin interview.
Let's start things off then. First question. What are the different kinds of trolls, and can you please list them?
Concerned troll. Troll concerned about the filth of the individual, so trolls them to try and change their ways. Intelligent troll. Troll who uses logic and wit to subdue the adversary. Violent/shock troll. Troll who says something extremely shocking or disturbing to make the adversary scared or fear for their life. Spammer. Self-explanatory.
If we can send hundreds of rude messages to his YouTube profile, he'll have no choice but to surrender to our superior might.
That does actually sound like a good idea. It's very evil. I like it.
Ask someone else and they will add more or change the names of the types of trolls. These are more tactics than troll and types, as that would be like defining the individual. Most good trolls use all of the above tactics as well as doxing, dropping documents, legal hacking.
So you're saying that childish, trolls aren't good trolls? Or is it just a tactic to sound like a total knob?
Tactic, as it would get a rise out of someone.
It's gotta be the most messed up way to irritate someone. But back on track. The term furfag, as far as I can tell, originated in the 4chan board. So, technically, wouldn't dropping that term, though it is referring to the individual to which the comment is addressed, still technically be breaking rules 1 and 2 of the internet?
Fag is a suffix added onto every info. It doesn't technically mean fag, it is just a suffix. Everyone left 4 when it was flooded with cancer in 06 or 07, so no.
I see. I've heard there has been some fairly recent discussion about classifying furs as another race of people, which then ultimately was overturned by Ultraforge. What were your thoughts on that matter, if any?
They are people too, but as you can see we keep proving a lot of them to be sick fucks. Take our exposure of a major furfag to start. Our little expose.
Objection!
That only proves he was a problematic person. Thanks for spreading around a lot more negativity for the fandom. The information as presented is 98% biased, as no one mentions any semblance of normalcy. I could argue that all trolls are drug abusers because of Lee's whole speech at a convention while he was spun. The majority of furs that I know and have met are completely different from the stereotypical furry that trolls love to represent. Defaming an entire group of people in that manner is like trying to shut down the record industry because of Michael Jackson. I admit, yes, it was a bad thing, but since that was only one person out of a far larger community, it proves little. 2 words. Catholic priest.
I never said all are, I said cupfurs were. You misinterpret me. The fact that you choose to allow cupfurs, chlorophilia, necrophilia, inflation and myth in your fandom is what gets you in trouble. Now if you were to declare all the above as sick, some people may leave, but then you wouldn't have such a bad reputation.
Even if we did, the damage is done. Odd that the media has toned down its assault, and trolls seem to have picked up the slack. Trolls are also very quick to nitpick on every little negative thing, which sadly is a trait of society, yet only when confronted on neutral ground have I heard anything positive. That, and you are also picking a small minority out of the whole community, so your statement of, a lot of them are sick contradicts this.
A lot are, if you like it or any of the above, you are a sick and statistics say most do. You chose to allow them to fester in your group. Your best bet is to divide from them. Make your own fandom. Call it Anthro fandom or something. If you allow them to represent you, this will happen time and time again.
Objection!
You seem to be getting irritated the more I push on this subject. Perhaps it's also because general statistics dictate that normal men respond to the human female form, anthro or otherwise. A startling 75% do, actually. Bilateral symmetry, curvature, musculature, these aesthetics are naturally attractive to a normal human, as we find them attractive on human women. Most males, however, focus on the two defining body parts of a female as they would in humans as well. Furs are not the only ones who like it, otherwise it wouldn't be as widespread as it is. 300,000, best max estimate, people versus the billions of hits and images of set art / whatnot, is too far separated. Even if the fandom was divided, common misconceptions would always cross-link them again, so that point is moot.
I am not irritated. I'm just saying the fur fag get what they get. Supporting sexual attraction to a cartoon animal is a vile thing.
Is there anything else you wanted to say in closing?
Why do fur fags still stand behind those proven to be sick f***s? Have they ever considered that is like waving a giant flag saying, "Rape me, I love being trolled"? What is with the persecution complex? You are not a protected minority, stop acting like you are. It was a choice for you, they had no choice, how they were born. Then again, why do fur fags always invoke Godwin's law?
You've done it now.
Ad hominem attacking the furry fandom aside, the sick f***s you are referring to would most likely be sexual deviants, of which about 98% go undetected throughout most of society. Therefore the fandom can't be held totally responsible for each individual's actions. However, seeing that you totally ignored the fact above, and chose instead to change the focus of the argument, proves you conceded the knowledge that 75% of normal people would fit into your classification of sick f***s. The fact that a very small handful of individuals have been proven to be sick f***s does nothing to prove your argument that the majority of furs are. Counterpoint. You say the majority of furs are sick and twisted. How do we know you're not some mass murderer or worse, a sick f***, trying to deflect his guilt onto others? Who's not to say all trolls are simply fanatics and zealots for free speech? I am sure just about every fur has deliberated that fact, and they choose to stay because society can't change their personal beliefs. Freedom of speech meet freedom of expression. The persecution complex you speak of is not a complex. You yourself debunk that debate by defining a concerned troll. Someone who is so concerned with the filth of the subject that they troll them to make them change their ways. Another tactic of trolls is to relentlessly attack their target. To relentlessly chase down someone and attack them for being themselves is the definition of persecution. Persecution is the systematic mistreatment of an individual or group by another group. True, furs are in the protected minority, but it doesn't mean you can single them out from society and harass them because of their beliefs. One does not have to suffer undue hardship in order to feel pride in themselves for who they are. Standing up and saying you're proud to be who you are is not wrong. Furs are not the only ones that invoke Godwin's law. I've seen countless examples of trolls doing it too. The funniest thing trolls ever did was convince themselves that furry pride was non-existent, that it was furry hubris. That statement is an oxymoron. Hubris is overwhelming pride to a fault. So either way, it says furries have pride. that and resorting to ad hominems in order to win your debates makes trolls in all a complete joke.
This cannot be!
Oh, you're gonna weep now?
I thank you for your time.